Good morning, welcome back. So we have had some time to talk to all of my classes, get some votes about what we want for summer reading, and I'm gonna be honest, I didn't have a whole lot of participation because a bulk of my students have already decided that they're not gonna even attempt summer reading. But be that as it may, maybe with creating the videos, it might encourage some students to participate who might not otherwise have done so. So I appreciate the students who participated in the voting process, and so today is all about deciding which text and finalizing and getting my copies of the books and what have you. So for the English 2 honors summer reading, there will be the required text of The Alchemist, and then the most votes went for Wicked, The Life and Times of the Wicked Witch of the West, which I've always wanted to read anyway, and I already own it. It's part of my classroom library, so I'll just be pulling that out and reading it over the summer. And for my Rising English 3 honors summer reading, the Romanticism and Victorian periods had the most votes, and so those will be the time periods that I focus on. For the text that I'm going to cover for the Romanticism, the smaller text, I went ahead yesterday and downloaded and printed some of the poems and essays that were options. So I have The Eve of St. Agnes by John Keats, Ode, Imitations of Immortality from Recollections of Early Childhood by William Wordsworth. And then for essays, I went with Mary Wollstonecraft, Chapter 2, The Prevailing Opinion of a Sexual Character Discussed. And this is from the Vindication of the Rights of Women. It's quite the essay. And then the other essay that I have as an option is On the Pleasure Derived from Objects of Terror with Sir Bertrand, a fragment by Anna Letitia Aiken. So those are my poems and essays for the Romanticism period. For the Victorian period, I have Caliban upon Setebos by Robert Browning, The Lady of Shalott by Alfred Lord Tennyson. And for essays, I have Culture and Anarchy by Matthew Arnold, Chapter 2, Doing as One Likes, which is also a very impressive and thick essay. So those are my Romanticism and Victorian texts. I also got a couple of texts for Modernism and Postmodernism, as many students showed some interest in those. So with time permitting, I'll also try to branch out a little bit. But for Modernism, I got The Ship of Death by D.H. Lawrence, The Hollow Men by T.S. Eliot, Street Haunting, so this is an essay, Street Haunting, A London Adventure by Virginia Woolf, so that's my Modernism. And then Postmodernism, In Praise of Idleness by Bertrand Russell is my essay. And Fail Better, What Makes a Good Writer by Zadie Smith. So I guess I didn't print any poems for postmodernism, so I'll go back and look at that before I get started making videos. But those are the smaller texts that I'm going to be covering, and I'm going to try to see with the students who come today if they have a preference on the larger text, so that way I'm only covering a larger text that they're actually interested in hearing about. If my students don't have a preference for the Romanticism and the Victorian, what I am most interested in is the novel Don Juan by Lord Byron for the Romanticism period. And for the Victorian period, one of the options was Picture of Dorian Gray, which I have already read, so I might try to offer some guidance on that text. But I have never read War of the Worlds by H.G. Wells, and I know that it's supposed to be a phenomenal text, so that might be something that I want to read just to broaden my own horizons, and then I can talk a little bit about Picture of Dorian Gray just from memory. Alright, so those are the texts that I'm going to be covering. I'm really excited about it. I hope you're excited about it too. I really hope that these videos give you the confidence that you would need to attempt this assignment. I know doing work over the summer can be really just frustrating and intimidating, and sometimes it's just something you don't want to do because it's your summertime and you want to maybe get a job, or maybe you want to really improve your video game skills, or you just want to hang out with your friends and family. I get it if summer reading is not your thing and you're just really frustrated, but maybe these videos will be a way of kind of bridging that gap and helping you a little bit, if not even for your summer reading, but then maybe applying these skills to texts that you're assigned throughout the year. Because these videos will be here, this will be an archive, these skills will never expire, and I'm just really excited to have you here. So thanks for showing up, and I'll see you next time.